Hey, it's Joseph McGuire here again. I've been asked by quite a number of people if I would do a face rating analysis of various politicians, prominent figures, celebrities. So this is the first in the series. This is Donald Trump at the time of recording. He's the former and possibly future president of the United States. Now, to be absolutely clear, I am acutely aware that there are those who are very, very partisan in favor of Donald Trump and those who are so strongly opposed to him. I am neither. This is simply a look at some of the characteristics his facial features reveal. It is not an in-depth analysis of the man. It's really a short tutorial so that if you see somebody with these particular features I'll be referring to, this is what they mean in terms of how to communicate and how to engage with them. It is obviously a look at Donald Trump himself, but to emphasize once again, it is not an in-depth portrayal. It's not character analysis. That's for another day. So here we go. Let's share the image. So the first thing we see with Donald Trump is his face shape is relatively square. And from the perspective of the tradition I work with, which is primarily the ancient Chinese tradition, that signifies a very strong, robust constitution, physically and mentally. This is a man who is well accustomed to taking charge, has strong drive, very determined, trusts his instincts, and presents and loves to present a very strong, vibrant, physical image in everything he does. Likely to be very direct in character, very direct in how he expresses himself, how he presents himself. So if you meet somebody with that sort of square shaped face, you expect them to be, no pun intended, in your face. They're likely to be very direct. They know what they want. They know what they expect. And it doesn't pay you to be all sort of wishy-washy in dealing with them. You need to be upfront as well and be clear in your own confidence in how you present and how you express yourself. Otherwise, they're just going to go through you. The next particular thing I want to point out is more going to the features, where you notice his eyes are very narrowed. Now, I've not seen any reference anywhere to any kind of visual impairment. And certainly from looking at photos of Donald Trump in his earlier years, his eyes were much more open. So when you see that narrowing of the eyes, it tells you much less emotionally open. I don't know if it's true or not, but I did come across reference some years ago to him apparently taking on this narrowing of the eyes from being influenced by the Clint Eastwood character in the Fistful of Dollars and Good, the Bad, and the Ugly for a Few Dollars More trilogy, because he thought it made him look much more macho. Whether it's true or not, I don't know. But certainly when you see somebody with narrowed eyes like that, and particularly where there is no visual impairment, you meet them and it tells you that they are scrutinizing you. They're approaching things in a very transactional manner. So I strongly recommend you do not open yourself too much emotionally. You see it as a business meeting, even in a social setting. It's business, business, business. It's, okay, I'm looking at you now. How are you of benefit to me? Are you of use to me? It really is as simple as that. We also then notice the eyebrows are sitting down close to the eyes. When you see that, it tells you there's a tendency for the mouth to engage before the mind does. So they speak. They process things quickly. And they speak quickly. And they expect you to have your stuff together, to have your act together, to know what you're about. They don't tend to be the most patient of people. They will often maybe even finish your sentences for you. So if you're around Donald Trump, he expects you to jump to it, get it done. Don't just hang out because that's of no use to him. It really is that simple. Another thing about the eyebrows is they're relatively thick, and the hairs can be kind of straggly, going off in several directions. When you see that, it tells you that this is somebody who can be distracted. So you may find that you need to bring their attention back to the main subject matter, because their mind is all automatically thinking. You raise a subject, you raise a topic, you suggest something, make a proposal, and their mind is already going off. Yes, if we do this, if we do that, so all the possibilities. So you may need to bring them right back to the business at hand. You notice, even though obviously they're not on the face, the ears are significant in terms of reading the face. His ears are quite long, well-developed earlobes. Tells you again, further confirmation that he's got a very robust constitution. So he can live, shall we say, a hard life, feeding his appetites, shall we say, and he can come back from setbacks. He's got a very pronounced, fleshy, three-dimensional area in the chin, and that signifies great reserves of energy. Again, great resilience and a need to burn off energy, because at times he will have real excess. He will need to let off steam. How he chooses to do that is obviously another matter, but it tells you this is a man of energy. This is a man of drive. His nose is also quite straight. So it tells you this is somebody who goes literally straight for things, knows what he wants, and is decisive about it, does not wait and waste time and procrastinate. This is a man who takes action. Very, very straightforward. This is just a very brief look at the face of Donald Trump. Very brief, and I know a lot of people will have a lot of opinions about the man himself, but I'm talking purely in terms of what the visuals represent. I'd love to hear your comments, your thoughts, your feedback. Thanks for watching.